I'm saying if you really want to attract more fans, start with knowing who they are. Hi, I'm Draven Gray with The Only Singer, where we combine over 50 years experience as professional singers, songwriters, producers, and more to help you become the singer you've always wanted to be. Now, I hear time and time again from my voice students, I hear time and time again that they just want to do their own thing. They don't want to do covers just to get known. They don't want to feel like, they all feel like that. They feel like, well, to get noticed online, I need to do some song covers, and I don't want to do covers. I want to do originals, but I also want to get attention, and I don't know how to do that without doing cover songs. Is that you? Feel that way? And covers are great. They really are, because covers speak to that search engine appeal. When people are searching for a certain song, cover songs pop up too. They're great because of that. It's something that they're already familiar with. Oh, this looks cool. This might be cool. Let me click on this because it's a song I already like. I'd love to hear another take on it. I'd love to hear this an acoustic version of a song that I've never heard acoustically before. It's just cool, and it's a way to grab people's attention and get them to be familiar with you right away. But they're also not that great, because you can get stuck in that cover song thing. I've seen a couple bands, I'm not going to mention them by name, but I've seen a couple bands who put out amazing cover songs, their own version of these songs. And then when they put out an original, it kind of bombs because everybody likes their covers. They really like their covers. And that's awesome. Do covers. Some of those bands lean into that and do covers. But when you want to do originals and you're doing covers, it's easy to get stuck. And people aren't interested in hearing your originals, maybe because you don't have a team of songwriters like the people who wrote those songs. And that you just can't compete on that level sometimes. Maybe it's just because you don't like doing covers and you want to do originals. Okay, so I'm not saying to do covers. I'm saying if you really want to attract more fans, start with knowing who they are, where they're looking for music, what type of music they're attracted to, how they find new music, what type of person they are, what their interests are. Start knowing who that ideal fan is. We'll talk more about defining your ideal fan in another video, but just know that the better you know who you're creating music for, you're creating those songs for, you're creating everything you're doing for, the better you know who that is, who you love to create for, the easier it is to come up with what you're going to create for them and where they're going to find it. If not covers, what else do they look for? How do they find that music? Are they listening to playlists and come across music that way? Are they looking for certain interests? And hey, there's a song in here. That's cool. I want to hear a song about that. That's something I'm interested in. Are they looking for stuff in the style of a certain artist? It's not necessarily a cover. It's a way for them to relate to you. This song and the style of Bring Me the Horizon. They know what to expect, and if they're interested in even clicking on that, use it. Use their interests. You're trying to gain more fans. Use those interests. Why not say that? It's not going to hurt you. It'll actually help you. But where do they find those original songs? Where do they find them? Is it on Spotify playlists? Is it across other platforms and playlists? Is it from word of mouth? Is it through certain social media that they follow or a certain influencer, that shares songs, say you guys should listen to this? How do you get to know that influencer? How do you get in their circle and start adding value to them? Because that's a gateway to a lot of people that would love your music, and that's where they find new music. How do you get to know that person and befriend them and add value to them specifically? Are your titles getting the attention they deserve? Again, like I said, in the style of, it's gonna stand out. It's gonna stand out rather than just a song by this artist they've never heard of. And they have no idea what you sound like to begin with. Oh, look, there's an ad on Facebook that says this new album's coming out. I don't know who that is. I don't know what they sound like. Why would I click on that? So what are your titles doing for you? And how consistently are you posting? So if you're using social media, trying to get more attention that way, whether it doesn't matter what it's on, it doesn't matter what platform. You want to be on the platform or platforms where those more ideal fans are hanging out. And then you want to consistently post. You want things that come out regularly so they don't forget about who you are. You want things that they can look back on where somebody finds this one song you did. Hey, let me check out his other stuff. Oh, there's one song. Okay, well, never mind. They move on. Let me check out this one song. Oh, he has a couple of cool other songs I like. I'm going to subscribe. And he even asked me to subscribe. So now I'm subscribed. And next week, hey, there's another cool thing that came up. That sounds interesting to me. Something within my interests. Oh, he's sharing another band. Isn't that cool? Oh, look at her. She's really cool. I mean, she's singing these songs that I didn't know. I've never heard a woman singing them before. That's really cool. I like that. She put on another one the next week, or 2 weeks, or 3 weeks. There's another one that comes out that you gave them. And you're not spamming them with, hey, check me out, 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 check me out. You're saying, hey, who are you? What are you interested in? Let me share some of that with you. Okay, social media doesn't have to be difficult. In fact, it should be an exciting way to connect with people you enjoy creating for and that love what you're creating for them. But it does take time, and it does take actually creating things. It takes talking with your fans, creating for them, testing different ideas, measuring the results and the feedback from it, adjusting your plan, and then repeating it all over again. So you're not stuck with creating covers just to get attention. You just need to define who you love creating things for, actually create for them, what they want, and connect with them, and keep refining what you're doing until it starts working. It's that easy. If you're not enjoying it, why are you doing that? What else could you do that you do enjoy? Connecting with these people, adding value to them, and it's what they're looking for, it's where they're looking for it, it's the types of things they're interested in, and it's the types of things you are too, and the types of things you enjoy creating. Why not do that? So if you want to get more fans without cover songs, without feeling like you always have to do covers, maybe covers is a special thing you do for them. And you do all originals, but you know how to connect with them because you know who they are, what they want, where they look for it, and you enjoy each other. Start looking for that.